Hello everyone, it's Lydia here. I'm just doing a quick training video just to follow up on my seminar that I went to last week. This is about my millionth video. Honestly, I've had so many problems uploading the video, but I just thought I'd do it all over again. Hello dog. Now this seminar, I have been buzzing from it ever since I went to it. I've been wanting to share this with you for a while, but because I've been ill and my sore throat, I haven't been able to do a video, so my voice is better now, so I can do this video. So, the seminar was called How to Outsell, Outthink and Grow Your Business. So it's perfect for us. And it was run by a guy called Jim Jordan, I forgot his name, by Jim Jordan. And he has worked with the likes of Tony Robbins. And if you've never heard of Tony Robbins, he's like a multi-millionaire entrepreneur. He's highly successful. So Jim Jordan has been to America and he's worked with Tony Robbins on his business. So he has enormous credibility. So the things that he says in this, please acknowledge it, because what he says in this is really useful. And if he can help Tony Robbins, he can help us. So, right. The first thing he said was, now most businesses go like this. I don't think you can read my writing. Now, 1% are super successful, 4% are doing great, 15% are getting there, 60% are getting by, and 20% are struggling. Now, in this seminar and with his help, he is wanting to get us in this top 5% with these tips that he gives in this seminar. So, what are these tips he's going to give? So, first of all is make a plan for your life. Set yourself a 5-year goal or a 2-year goal. You need to set those goals, know what it is you want. You want to have a focus in your mind and really know what you want. I must admit that when I joined Janika or any business ambitions that I've had, I've just kind of joined quite airy-fairy, and if I get to where I want to be, brilliant. If not, yeah. But the more focused you are and the more driven you are, the more you're actually going to get there, because you have a bit of motivation and determination about you. And it makes sense. It really does make sense. A study was done in America where they asked people who here has a 5-year goal, who knows what they want in the future. And everyone like, yeah, but that was me. And they also asked them if they checked their goals weekly. And looked around, and only 3% of the room said they checked their goals weekly. A few years later, they got the same group of people together, and those 3% that checked their goals weekly were more successful, earned more money than all the rest of the group, and were running really successful businesses. So that just goes to show that having your goals, not just having goals, because everybody has goals, but he said check them weekly. Every Tuesday, every Wednesday, whatever day of the week, sit down and see if you've got nearer to your goals. And if you haven't, why not? What can you be doing differently? You want to have a proper business meeting with yourself. Jot it down. Find out what it is you could change. What could you do better? Make it part of your business routine. Okay, and make it part of your lifestyle. Goals for the month ahead. Plan yourself. And then he said, think about what you want to do for that 5 years. And he said, write down a figure of how much you want to earn. How much you want to earn. Don't be shy about the figure. Write it down and think about the house you want to live in. Think about, your team of people. How many people would be in your team? And I can't believe Ruby's just woken up now. Think about where it is you want to be in 5 years' time. What is your ideal situation you want to be in. Really think about that focus. And he did this task with us. He said, close your eyes. And you can do this as well. Close your eyes and imagine you are there. You have that figure. You're earning that figure. You're living in that house. You're living that lifestyle that you have set your mind to. Okay, so close your eyes and really imagine that is where you are today. Okay, and then you want to start thinking about what it is that got you there. What might it have been that got you there? Are you advertising the same? Are you marketing the same now as you were before? What sort of customers have you got? What's your team like? And what sort of products and services are you offering your customers? And then you can start thinking about what sort of steps it takes to get to where you are today. So really think about that. Focus. Okay, and this is another one that he did with us. He said, imagine you're driving down the road and there's a bend in the road. Now, what do you do when you see that bend? He said, do you keep looking at that bend or do you focus on the road ahead? Now, most people, when they're driving, they'll see the bend, you know the bend's there, but you know you want to get to point B. So you'll go around the bend, but you're still focusing on the road ahead. You just go around the bend. He said that if you're driving and you're looking at that bend, you're getting nearer that bend and you just looked at that bend, you're seeing it go closer and you're just focusing on that bend. And then you're seeing it go closer, you can see the barriers go closer, but you're not focusing on what's ahead of you, then you are more likely to crash and go into that bend. And swinging that around to a business sense, he said that if you're making your obstacles more focused in your mind, then you're more likely to make those problems actually become problems. So you need to try not to think about those problems. You need to concentrate on your vision of where you want to be. And don't let those little niggly things distort your vision. Okay? And also that goes not just for your vision, but also to people and things around you in society that might be negative to you. So, for instance, myself, my mum's not very supporting of the business. She can say some quite nasty things sometimes. Don't let that overcloud your judgment. Use whatever negativity as a force to fuel your fire to get to where you want to. You don't think this, you don't think that, fine. I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to get there. Okay, let that fuel your drive to get to where you want to be. And is anything they're saying really the truth? Your voice inside your head has a massive part into the way you're motivated and staying focused. Everybody has that voice inside their head saying, oh, I can't do this is too difficult. And that negativity, it's your voice inside your head. You need to try and change or not tune into that voice so much. All the most successful people like Richard Branson, Alan Sugar and everything, they all have those voices in their head. And Richard Branson's very famous for saying, if you hear that voice that tells you not to do something, go for it, tell it to F off. And Jim Jordan, he says that if you hear that voice that says, oh, don't do that, oh, I don't think I can do this, he said, make that voice sound like a Mickey Mouse voice. Oh, I can't do that. And make it really high-pitched, make it squeaky, speed it up a bit, make it sound really silly and stupid, because it is stupid, because it's not real. That voice is your control, that's your sort of imagination inside your head. Make it sound ridiculous so that you're not you're not listening to it. Just try that a couple of times. Like, I know that when you're really in the heat of the moment, it's a bit difficult. But next time you are thinking, oh, I'm not sure if I should do this. Oh, I'm not sure if I can do this. Make it sound stupid. Take the piss out of that voice inside you. Don't listen to it. You can do these things. You just have to believe. Okay, and then he was talking about body language. How your body language, when you walk into a room, you need to act all confident and happy, because the more happy and confident you are, the more people are going to be attracted to you. And your videos and your posts, you need to be super happy, super confident, because you want people to be happy with you. People are reflective of what you are to them. So change that energy and make it more positive. I know we all go through hard times, but fake it, because I know it's a common thing that if you smile, the world smiles back at you. It's so true. When I'm having a down day, the best thing I can do is go out smiling, because you get so many smiles back. If I'm rude and obnoxious to people, people will be rude and obnoxious back to me. So I try not to do that now. He said, yeah, you do have down days. Acknowledge when you are feeling down. When your body's feeling a bit like slumped over, and acknowledge that. Push your shoulders back, smile. Acknowledge when you're feeling like that and push yourself back, put your shoulders back and really get into the zone again. Your emotions are under your control. Make them work for you. What's not about who first? Okay, and this is another thing. In society, we have this misguided conception that we will only be happy if we're successful. I'm only going to be happy if I get a 3-bedroom house. I will only be happy if I'm married. I'll only be happy when I've had children. I'll only be happy when this happens. We have to have things for us to be happy. This is the common order of the way we perceive things to be. We have to do this to have this, to be happy. We will only be happy. So basically we're telling ourselves to be miserable all the time until we've done these things. He said change that around. How about be happy, try and be positive, and then you can do the things that you want and have the things that you've dreamt of. Because having this first, or acting like this first, doesn't mean in your head you have to be, but mentally really try to boost yourself, and you can do these things there. Now the way to really give yourself that boost of happiness, because sometimes you do have those days, and this is a really good bit of advice, right? Start the day by doing this. Look into the mirror and say, yes! And I know that seems ridiculous, but we did this in the seminar. We had to look at each other and go, yes! And like really scream. And what that does, that just makes you really excited and really buzzing. And it just changes your whole energy. And we did this a few times in the seminar, and then anyway, the next day I thought I'm going to have to do this in the morning. And I did. I got up, went to the bathroom, and I just went, yes, in the mirror. And it really worked. My whole day was so much better because I'd given myself that positive energy in the morning. Honestly, it really works. Tomorrow morning, or whenever you've seen this, just do that in the mirror. Yes! Or any time you're feeling down, you're getting yourself excited about something, which you're not really sure. It's not a normal practice to do, but it really just boosts that energy in you. Try it. It really does work. Right. Now, the other thing is, this is really important. When you're meeting people, what are you telling them what you do? Now, what I was always doing, which I'm never going to do now, is what do you do for work? I sell makeup. I'm a unique presenter. What you're doing when you do that is you're putting yourself in a box. Everyone has a preconceived conception of what that is you do. I sell makeup, I'm a salesperson, I don't want to talk to them. On the TV every day, there is programmes about con men of all the trades, plumbers, builders, estate agents, anything. It's on the TV, and everyone has this negative perception of what it is you do. So instead of saying, I sell makeup, I'll do this. Sorry. Talk about the result of what you do. What is it you actually do? Okay, so for a florist, they said, instead of saying, I'm a florist, say, I create magic moments. If you said that to somebody when you met them, you create magic moments, really? Oh, well, how do you do that then? Oh, well, how I do that is I put together lots of nice flowers and I send it to people's houses on their birthdays, on their anniversaries and their weddings, and I put a smile on people's faces every day. Oh, wow, what an amazing job. Can you see how this is creating a positive rapport between people? And the other person's going to start asking about the business, wanting to know a bit more about this. If they just said, I'm a florist, oh great, and they're thinking about all these florists they know, you're putting yourself in a box. You're almost putting yourself down before you've even really got going. So, for our business, what do? You could say, I help women feel beautiful from within and without. Oh really, that's amazing, what do? Well, I have a range of natural beauty products that makes women's skin feel amazing and they look amazing too. Oh wow, what sort of things do you sell then? Can you see? I mean, that's not the exact wording that you should use. Have a little think about it. Have a think about what you do to your customers that's positive, and that is actually what you do. That is what you do on a daily basis. You make people feel beautiful, and you train them on beauty products. You colour match them. Think of all the things that you actually do. Don't put yourself in a box because you're putting yourself down. Okay. Value. Back in the day, when they had businesses, there wasn't many people to turn to for the companies, and that's why it was a lot easier to get business. But now with so many businesses out there, people are looking for trust, and the price is the only. This is a good quote. He says here, change of buyers. Price is the only consideration when price is the only perceived value. Okay, so value is determined on how your customers see you. So like iPhone, iPad, if you were getting an iPhone, why did you get an iPhone? Why didn't you get a Nokia? Like, because iPhone has such a good reputation, you don't mind paying the price because the value of getting that product. It's like a watch, it ticks and tells the time. But any watch can tick and tell the time, but people want a Rolex because of the perceived value of that. Now, how you can give value to your business is by doing this. Actually, before I get to that, I'm stepping ahead there. Oh. Right. Now, how to tap into a market that not other companies are going for. This is the buyer's journey. So we've got the future buyers there, the soon-to-be buyers and the now buyers. Most businesses and most salespeople go after this 1 to 5%, which is, we're assuming that people want to buy right now. And I even do it on the post, buy this mascara now, buy one half price. Most people, when they wake up, they don't want to buy a mascara right then and now. You want to tap into this 97% of the market of people thinking about buying. They don't want to buy now. They might want to buy for a wedding a month down the line. They might want to buy for their friend's birthday or something. You need to tap into that 97% of the market and stop focusing on that market of the 1 to 5% that are looking to buy today, because most people aren't looking to buy today. People need to suss out the market and see who they want to buy through first. So be part of this group, focus on this group first. So future buyers, they're focusing on the benefits of owning your product. Why should they buy? And soon to be buyers are looking objections, so just before they buy, they're thinking about why should they buy, and why shouldn't they buy? Focus on that 97% of the market. I hope that's clear. I can talk about that further if you want me to. Everyone just goes after the 1 to 5% group. Yep. Understand prospects. Gather information in different ways. So, okay. In order for you to have value to your business, you need to give value to your customers. So, in order to do that, you could perhaps approach your customers or do a survey and ask what a person or a customer would expect from you. What is it they are struggling with that they could do with help from you? So, for example, our business, you could do a report on how to create a smoky eye. Some beauty tips on cleansing, toning, moisturising, how our products can work well together with the rose water pigments, If you can do reports, testimonials, and give your customers value, you are adding value to your business. And by adding value to your business, people will pay the prices. And because our products are high value products, you want to give value. Don't say sell this, sell that, deal there, raffle there, because you are lowering the value of your business. You need to give value for people to have value in you. Okay, so do a report or do some sort of video training or something. Give value to your customers. So this is a little guide here. So at the bottom there are the generalists. They are the people that say they can do everything or anything. They're the handymen that can do this, that and the other. And they have the lowest value because they're competing against any of the competitors that are doing exactly the same thing. And most companies do say that they can do anything or anything because they just want the money. Now the people above that are the specialists in their field. And above that is the experts. And then there's the celebrities. The celebrities are the ones that are the people that in the business they are the ones that people find high value. Okay, people look for them rather than the other way around. Now if you think about like Natasha Kelly, she's running makeup courses, she does beauty blogs, etc. People are probably going to her to buy their products rather than her try to get people to buy them because they trust her opinion. She has given value to her business. Okay, so I'm not saying you have to be a beautician or a makeup artist or anything like that, but she's giving value to her customers by going out of the way and finding that expert opinion and knowledge. Okay, so that is why she can put a value to her business. The people at the bottom don't have the value. They're offering this, that and the other, discounts this, discounts that. Why should people pay high prices if you keep putting out promotions and discounts and offering this and offering that? They're just going to think that they can have a piece of you all the time. And Jim Jordan says these are the people at the bottom are the people that are hunted for prices, haggled for prices, always having to give away something. If you're always giving away something, you're always going to be